Next.js. So we are covering Next.js in this, and we are going to develop a website. Use me where we will be selling something like electricals. First of all, electricals, and then we will be expanding it to clothing and everything like in this website. So let's start this video. Like this is the second video. In this video, like we will be covering upon most shortly like how to develop a navbar and footer because of a website. The most important things in navbar and footer. Navbar will help you like to navigate to other pages, and footer will somewhat also help us to navigate to other pages, and it will give you some info about that what is the website about lights and something like what is the copyright and that kind of stuff.
अच्छा
So I've already run the application. If you see, the application is already running, and somewhat it's saying like something is wrong in the your what's happening like here. Okay, so my website is already running localhost 300, 3000, sorry, and this is the default page that is available in the Next.js. So how we can remove this page? Let's talk about that first. If you go to the app folder, we have that page.txt. Here, a lot of content is available. This is the main page. Like you can get sub components as well. Like we will be talking about everything. Like layer.ts as well. Like is there like layer.ts? You can mention your whatever the components that you want to show in every page. So in that case, like you can mention it here. Like we will be seeing that as well. Like first of all, let's clean up this thing. I don't need Next.js dot, so I will be removing this. And I have this main, and I am going to delete this. Instead of that, I will be putting one h1 tag, and here let's write something like meet. I have removed all. I have cleaned up everything like, and if you see my this is meet is coming, but if you see like what this is coming. Okay, let me fix that as well. Like I must be having some global.csx. So let me remove these medias. For now, I'm commenting out like so that if something went, I know like these three things only I have to mention, but that's fine. See, meat is coming, and this looks nice. I can add some sort of colors as well, like here, like let's develop never a bit later. Let me go to the extension. I don't have any extension. I have to write React TS lint. This one. I think this is the one. Let me install it. I know it is going to take some time. Bear with me. By the time it's installing, let's talk about components first. So I was saying, what are the components in React and how we can use in Next.js? On the top of React that Next.js is built. Components are independent and reusable code. A reusable bits of code you can talk about. A chunk of code reusable. If I'm writing something Navbar or footer, if a component, if a piece of like code that is being used again and again, so instead of writing it again and again, I can create a component and use that. And in React, in Next.js, talking about Next.js, if I want to use something like React packages kind of stuff, like sorry, React, something like React, use state. If I want to use effect, anything related to React, I have to create a component. Now, what is the best way to create a component? Like, let me talk about the best way. The best way is like outside the app folder, in the main folder, outside the app folder, you have to create a class, sorry, folder components. We have to create a folder components. Under that, I can create a different components. Like if I want to navigate, I will writing navbar.js or txs, whatever I'm using, like JavaScript or TypeScript as per my need. Second thing, why I'm not declaring inside the app folder. Some people do the declaration inside the app folder, but I'm not. That's fine. Why? Because whenever we are creating anything inside the app folder, they will give us the route, but we don't need a route. Seriously, we need a component that I can use it some other pages, because other pages already have the route. So I want that kind of thing. So that's the reason I'm going to create a separate component folder, and that looks nice. We are systematically designing everything like, and you can also subdivide it that, like for example, I'm creating component, I need something like shared kind of stuff, so I will be writing a shared folder, and inside that I can create a sub share thing like navbar footer kind of stuff. If I'm doing something like admin, so inside that admin folder I can write different pages components with it. And basically when you're creating a component, I'm using something like React kind of stuff.
I will be using use. Better to use client when you are using something like use effect and anything. Better not better to. You have to. You are born to, because without use client you will not be use. You will not be able to use React things. So basically, what we do, like, we create a app folder in whatever we writing our Nextjs code, and we create a separate file inside the component folder of React, where we are calling and sort of use effect, that kind of stuff, and then we are calling that component in our. Okay, this is how we develop a component. So let's go to the laptop screen and write our create a first component, that our navbar and footer we are going to create in this video. Let's start.
Package is also been installed. But I should have installed another package. Yeah, I forgot that. Let me do that. It's going to take some time, but bear with me. Like, it's taking some time. I have to install the Tailwind CSS as well. I'm going to Tailwind CSS classes, and okay, it has installed. Before getting a component, let's add something, a class here. Okay, so I'm going to use class m and text control space text rect 50. So let me go here. You can see this meat here, and this color has been changed. That means like we are using Tailwind CSS is being integrated. If you have any sort of issues here, you have to go to the Tailwind config.js, and here you have to see like what folders and they are being used. We are using a page component, pages we are using in the components, we are also using in the app. So these are the things like, and just JS, TSX and JSX, and these things are there, like, okay, cool. So this was a bit of like how we can integrate the next Tailwind in our project. Now let's create a folder, and we will be creating a folder as well here. And so I'm going to create a new folder here at the top level, components. I hope you are able to see what I'm typing here. So let's create a components here. First component that I'm going to create is a new file here, navbar.tsx. I'm writing tsx here. You can create a JS file as well. Totally depends upon you. So let's do a RAFCE. I'm creating a navbar component here, and for testing that, what I'm going to do that, I'm going to write import it in where I want to import it. I have to import in the layer.js. We have a children here, like body and children. So let's close this tag here. There is children. Starting of the body, I have to write here. I have to call my component. For now, I'm not using any sort of session wrapper, and these things we are going to cover in the upcoming videos, how we can write a session wrapper and these things, like which will be used like when we are dealing with something like auth packages. You can use different auth packages like for authentication. It can be an auth.js that most people use. It can be a OAuth authentication as well. OLATA and many things are there, like so you can seamlessly, I would say, like you can go with the next auth. That package is very good. Many of the videos are available already in the market, in the YouTube and this space, but the thing is like they are not using single page application, because we are developing a single page application. But a single page application, it should not load at any cost. But the videos that are available, there the page is loading inside login as well as logout. That's not right, the way of integrating Nextjs. We will see that in the upcoming videos. I'm having a navbar. Similarly, let me go to the components here, and let me add one more file, that is footer. I did a mistake. Let me do one thing. Let me go to the folder and here write a shared folder. Let me import it here, move it. Yes, always. Let me go to the components, and inside the shared folder, let me write one more file, that is going to be a footer dot. You can write JS file as well, like totally depends upon if you are going with JS. That's also fine, no issues. I have a footer as well here. Now let's wrap up with the footer as well. Like, so I did with the footer as well. So you have a navbar, you have a footer. This is how we can integrate a navbar. And so this was a small video how we can create a navbar and footer in Next.js. You can skip the other part, like if you want to, but I'm going to write the navbar code as well, like, and design it, and that is going to be very helpful. Like if you are developing something like in Next.js, like UI point of view, it's going to be very helpful. So let's create a navbar first, and then we are going to create a footer. For now, I'm not using a use client because I'm not wrote any sort of code here with the React. In the upcoming videos, we are going to cover something like we will be using something like use effect, use state, and these things. So there we will be needing that, and we are going to use client in that case. So let's develop this navbar first. So in the return, majorly like most people like div, I would suggest like wrap up with a normal one instead of div, because you might get some sort of exception in Next.js. To wrap up with a JSX, normal JSX wrap up, this should, because this is mandatory now in Next.js, otherwise you will be getting any sort of errors like in the console. Let me create a div, and div I'm going to write a class name here. I'm giving a margin of 20 at the bottom. I'm using a header tag that is being used in Next, sorry, by default available in HTML. I'm giving a fixed at the top, like it will be fixed, like it will not when I'm moving down, like it will be at the top fixed only. So I'm giving it the top 0 and left also 0, right also I'm giving a 0. Okay, margin pixels, right? If you see, I'm giving some sort of BG ping 500. You can give some blue color as. I'm giving a padding of 4 from every side, like left, right, and all the places, like left, right, and what is it, top and bottom. I'm writing a G index. G index is a 50. What's that G index? First of all, talk about that in this video. Like G index, like if I have two like div, and one has G index of 50 and one has G index of 1. Whatever the greater one will be there, that will override the other. Mid, like it will be coming at the top, like it will be hiding the other one, like whose G index is less than this. Div class name, writing a container like, and this has, why we are using our Tailwind CSS? Why not Bootstrap? Margin left form, we are giving auto, MX auto, because everyone using Tailwind CSS, that's the reason we are using Tailwind CSS. In this project, majorly we are covering upon that component, that packages that mostly people are using. That does not mean like the other packages are not. Other packages are also good. It depends upon what's your need, whether you want to follow a trend or not. And let me write a class name here. I'm giving a flex box here, a container, and item center. So whatever sent items will be there, that will be aligned to a center. And I'm giving a justify between here. Why justify between? Like if I hover here, justify between, space between. So if you are from CSS background, you can understand what this space between. Equal spaces between the whatever tags I am writing here inside this. Let's create a one more div. I'm using a text white because I used here text. Sorry, BG ping. If you are using something like white, you can change it accordingly. And I'm using a font semi bold. It's a little bit less bold than the bold, so you can use that, and somewhat better than somewhat bold than the normal text. I'm using a text 2XL, so you can change your size as per your requirement. So I'm writing a 2XL, so if you see like font size is 1.5 rm and line height is just a try and testing one text 2XL unit or text 3XL as per your requirement. And here I will be writing use me. Now we are creating a nav bar here. I'm using a nav class here and I'm writing a class name here. So by default, I'm making is hidden. So what's happening in the Tailwind CSS, by default hidden means like it is for the small screen. Now I want this box from MD. So MD and greater than that, I want it like medium screen and greater than that. So I will be writing MD colon block. Most of the websites, or you can say most of the videos, you will get a wrong information. What they do, small SM hidden, MD by default they are writing a opposite thing, SM hidden, but that's not right. SM hidden will not work because for small screen there are no classes for Tailwind CSS. By default is small screen, so you can't declare as SM colon. You have to declare above than that for something like MD or something like that. There you have to declare space. I'm running a space. So space, you can see like what's happening, like tag something margin right, margin left. I will be writing a link tag. Let's talk about the routing first as well. Link. So link tag we are using in Next.js. So I will be writing here next link. From next link, I am importing that. And I did a mistake. This is not a ser closing tag, I think so. Okay, why this is giving an extension? Because I've not written any sort of href. Let's write a class name as well. Okay, I can give something like this as well. You can give it like this as well. Totally depends upon you. Similarly, let's clone it and write a second link tag that is going to be a about page. And third, let it be. I'm writing 2 to 3 1 as per our need. We will be modifying it later on as well. So let me write a shop. I know like we will be having some login and log out feature as well, log out and register that we are going to cover in upcoming videos, right? You don't worry of that. If I go to here, I'm having this home, about, and shop, and these use me and coming. If I go to here, okay, so this nav is going off in our malls, and we will be adding some classes as well. Like now let's add some classes and then get our footer as well. So here I'm going to use a use path name. So let me write a use path name. I'm writing a path name equal to use path name. Okay, use path name from Next.js navigation we have to do. This will help us to like to design to tell us like which is the route name. Currently I'm at a home route, or I'm currently at about or contact, that kind of stuff. So why we need this? Like we need this because the thing is like we want to add some active kind of stuff like my, if I go to here like double quotes, and I'm going to use a here class path name backticks when we are writing a JSX code, JavaScript code here. This way we are going to use. I'm going to use a link dollar path name. The variable I declared at the top, that I'm going to use a it to what a path name triple equal to, if I write a home. If I am at home route, I will be writing a text white. I will be writing a font bold. I will be writing a width full. Text will be a center. But I don't have the knowledge. Don't worry, I'm explaining that as well. Now, width full is for the full width we are getting, and text center means like the text should be at center, like, and font bold means like it should be a bold. And let's give a text 15 pixel, and I can give a text blue. Let's give a text blue 400, or I can give a 500. I feel like 500 will be cool. No, 500 is not going looking nice. 400 will be right. And I'm giving a padding at y-axis of 3, and x-axis I'm giving a padding of 4, like padding. What is the difference between a padding and margin? Padding means like if I have a width, so inside that padding will be there. Like if I am having a this box like this is the one box and link, so inside this other places. And margin means outer things will be like, I'm giving a rounded, basically rounded full, and I'm giving a cursor pointer as well. Cursor pointer means like when I'm over to that, a cursor should show. Like if I gave these all like when it's an active one. If it's not an active, then what we are going to do, I'm just giving a text white. After this, I will be giving a hover text, and that will be a text 300. It only works in a client component. Okay, shit, yaar. This is the error, yaar. Seriously, use client, yaar. But they are saying like, so let's add a use. Okay, I'm at a home route. Okay, cool. Home route. So I'm giving a backtick here. Like if I refresh the page, okay, what the issue is there? Okay, I changed in the path name, but I somehow didn't change in the href. So if you see here, one more thing, I am going to the home route. So this is my home route, and this is like how it will show like here in header. Okay, and if this routes I have not declared, if I go to the about, okay, so this is showing up 404 error. Wait. Something has changed over the time. I feel like when I developed my website, what was happening? Like if I click to a route which was not there, it was reloading the page, and it is reloading the page. Okay, some cases it is reloading the page, some cases it is not reloading the page. I don't know. Sometimes it's reloading, sometimes it's not reloading. I don't know. I'm just fed of this. For now, I'm going to do like, I'm just going to copy this whatever class names are there, add it here. Okay, let me do shift all and control V, and let's change it to about slash about. It will be, and it will be slash shop, and let's change it here as well. But I'm thinking of like, let's develop our if I go to about, it's loading for first time, it's loading, for the next time it's not loading. I'm going to home page, have the shop page as well, but about it's not there na. About is not there, then also it's something is issue. Like I think I have to upgrade it to my new version, like in my that website as well. Okay, we'll be doing that in the next something like that. I'm not going to show that. Okay, so this is how we can develop a navbar, and how we'll be creating a footer first, and then we will be creating our navbar for, you can say, like smaller screens as well. I hope you like this video. Path name, we are using that to find what is the path. So if I go to about section, okay, for now let's get a about page as well. For now here I'm creating just a about page here. Okay, I have to go to app folder. Inside that I have to create a new folder, uh, about folder, and inside I have to click this file page.txt. I'm writing a page.txt. If you are creating a route, you will be APIs, then you are going to get a route. Now I write a page and let me change it to about, and this as well to about. Cool. This about page has been developed. Now let me go to here, home page. If I click on the about page, this about page is there. If I click the home page, home is working. Yeah, this route is no. Why this? What shit, yeah? What is not working, yeah? Some issue is there. What? I don't know. I seriously, I wrote it correctly, but about is not working. Yeah, about is working. If I go to home page, this is home page. If I go to about is working. If I go to home page, about, about, working fine.
क्या कर रहा है यार तू?
Okay, so I have closed everything. I think so. I think so. I went stick and closed everything.
ओ चूना लगा दिया.